Okay, I'm making this video because I would like to address an issue that no one seems to be talking about. Now, if you're not visually impaired, chances are you will never run into this issue. But if you're legally blind, like I am, you probably deal with it all the time. The issue I'm referring to is Oculus menu fade. So, for those of you who don't know, when you get too close to the Oculus menu, it fades to white. Now that's about, let's see, that's about a foot away from that menu. And it happens with the big menu up here as well. So like, if I'd like to read the description of whatever this is, I think that's the ISS thing. Yeah, it's a space station there, it looks like. So if I wanted to read the description of that, well, I can't, because as soon as I get, this one's actually a little further away, it's my like 2 feet. If I get about 2 feet away from the screen, it fades to white. This happens with the keyboard as well. So if I pull up the keyboard, I want to search for something, but I'm like, oh, which is that letter I'm looking for? Oh, you can't get closer because it fades. And again, that's like 2 feet. You can move it and stuff, but you can't get closer to it. And I know there's a text to speech or speech to text thing, but that's really hit and miss, so it's not very useful. This can be a pretty big problem, especially when you're making purchases, because you don't know what you're buying. Or if you're buying something, like I'm pretty sure this says free or get, whatever that says. I think get is the thing Oculus goes with. So that's also, I'm fairly certain this is a free program. So that's safe to get. But if I find something else, see that? I don't even know what that price is. I know it's a longer thing than get, so it's going to cost money. But I don't know how much money. So that's an issue, because you can't get close. Now, since this happens with the small Oculus menu, like I mentioned before, as well as the menu bar down here, makes it really hard to tell what time it is if you're in a long play session. See, I'm pretty sure that says 10 something. I only know that because it's double digits, and that's about what time it is. But if I click on that, and let's say I'm playing a game for a while and I want to know my battery percentage, well, I can't tell, because the moment I try to get close enough, it fades again. Another area this is a pretty big issue is in the settings. It's really hard to adjust your settings when you don't even know what category of setting you're in. Let's see if I can figure this out. Pretty sure that one's Guardian. That looks maybe like a G in the front. But even if you get the right category, I see that text is a little bigger, it says Guardian, I think. Even if you get the right category, it's really hard to tell, especially with these with the really long descriptions. Really hard to tell what that setting is. So that's just another area where you may have had issues. This also applies to menus that pop up like this. Like this is the cast menu. When you click cast button and it brings this up, if you get close enough, it also fades. Now, it is fairly large, so I can tell that says cast from this headset. But when it gets to this slightly smaller text, like I don't know what this says here, or this. Oh, see, it faded. Pretty sure that says Oculus app. And computer? I think? It's really hard to see if you're legally blind. If you're not, then again, you probably have never even run into this issue because you're not getting close. You're standing way back at the away from your screen, away from your menus. Just cancel that. Quick note, when you're inside of games, the menu sort of behaves differently. It still fades, but it doesn't fade to white, it just kind of disappears. So again, if you're trying to do something like check the time or check your battery, it's still going to fade out on you, and you're not going to be able to see what's going on. And you can use voice control. You can double tap and then say battery percentage, and it'll tell you percentage. Same thing with the time, but still, it's a little inconvenient to do that rather than just click, look real quick, and click, you're done. Thank you for watching this video. I hope it was informative. And if you are visually impaired or legally blind, please share this, and maybe Oculus will do something about it if they notice it. I firmly believe that VR is the future of gaming and entertainment. And as someone who is visually impaired, I would very much like to not be left out of the future. Thanks for watching the video again, and have a good one.